Blue Apron, take back dinner. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Liars Club. I'm Felicia Michaels.
And I'm Jessica Wellington.
And what we do here at the Liars Club is we have some of our comedy pals come on. We ask them to tell two stories. One is the truth, one is a lie. And then we try to figure out which one is a lie. And you know what, Jessica?
What?
This podcast is brought to you by Blue Apron,
Woo!
the meal kit delivery service. We will play a commercial later on in the podcast. Would you please introduce our guests?
I would love to. To my left, this gentleman right here was the first... forgive me, because I've been sick, so I just read online.
Yeah. I wrote all of that.
Okay, all right.
It's the first lie.
You're the first South American to have a Netflix special,
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's pretty freaking
Wow.
cool.
And the last. They decided after that, they were like, we don't need this.
Yeah.
We don't need this. Who cares about these people? They don't even have money. They have pesos. That's not money.
He's been on Comedy Central.
Nice.
He's super funny. This is Fabrizio Copano.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
I mean, it's actually Copano, but yeah, it was close enough.
Okay.
You know, people say Capana, so this is, that was pretty good.
All right. Thank
Wonderful.
you for coming today.
Thank you.
No,
really
thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me. Yeah, I love to be here.
Can you, is your culture okay with lying?
It's the basics of my culture. Is a lie, you know.
She's never been to South America.
The way we live our lives is lying, and it, like the crazy thing is like it works really well. You know, like truth is not that like a great system.
Yes.
I think, especially for
You hurt
democracy.
people's feelings.
Yeah.
No, people lie to not hurt people's feelings. I feel like the more like you get in a hassle with someone you think is a fucking liar, it turns out they just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and they make this big old mess. That's what I think anyway. Our
agree.
next guest?
Yes. Let's save the best for last. So next,
Come on.
Jeez.
this guy across
Now
from
he
you.
You have to look
immediately
him in
doesn't
the
like
face
us to
every
go.
night. Yeah. Why would you do that to this
Every
one?
night? What do you think? We sleep together?
No, when you work together.
Do you think Matt's nice to me every day?
Yes.
He's
I'm
nice
nicer to
to
you than
me.
I am to anyone else.
Well, thank you. Than everybody else.
Will you please
Yes, I will.
introduce our
He's a
lovely
door
guest?
guy. He is super funny. If he doesn't get himself into trouble, he's going to do really well in this business.
What does that mean?
I think she was pretty clear.
He has a great personality. He's bubbly. Matt Lockwood.
Yay, Matt Lockwood.
What's up?
Thank
Bubbly.
you for coming and sharing your time.
Thank you.
Do you do a podcast yet?
It's in the works.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I too close to the
Well, no,
mic?
you're a little loud, and it's not you. It's the system. Please continue.
Fuck this.
All right. Well, it's nice to have you, Matt. Thank you
I
for
agree.
coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Can't wait to lie and tell the truth.
There you go.
My two
There you
favorite
go.
things.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
do it. And then across from him, this gentleman, I've tried to get him on the podcast several times, but you know how those AGT folks are.
How about we not group all the AGT people together? Because we are different.
No, but I love him to death. He is so funny. This is Preacher Lawson.
Welcome to the show, Preacher Lawson.
Thank you for
very
having me.
much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. And our two on-air producers will be sharing their own camera in the control room as we have three guests today. Everybody, Austin Walker and Mr. Michael Evans.
Hi there.
Yay. Put yourselves on camera.
Making sweet
Yay.
love back here.
Yeah, you
we
are.
look good. We
I
look
see
really
it
good.
already. I see it already.
He kissed me. He really did already kiss me.
Yeah,
back
there
here.
you go. All right, so everyone, Jessica's a little under the weather. That's why her hair looks like that. Jesus Christ.
That's why you look like shit.
I put a band on.
I know it didn't help.
Did you knit that?
No.
Anyway, so why don't we just jump into it? I think that Fabrizio should start.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to go around. Everyone's going to
Okay.
tell their first story, and then everyone will tell their second story. And we will ask questions. People are playing along live, and just so you know, and Austin will be, we'll go to Austin. He's on the iPad, and he will relay any questions that anybody in the audience has. For people that are listening on like Spotify and all that kind of jazz, iTunes, know that we stream live Mondays at 4:30-ish from the Comedy Store's YouTube page, and most Fridays at 8:30-ish. And if you could do us a big favor and leave us a review, rate us, go to our own YouTube page. We have animations, we have
Yes.
live shows, we have special episodes that we put on there that don't necessarily get on here.
If you like us, subscribe to the Liars Club on YouTube.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
And if you don't watch it and you only listen to it on Podbean or whatever, just subscribe for us.
All right. Okay, your turn.
Now I'm
Fabrizio.
ready.
Yes.
Now I'm ready to
Let's do
finally
it.
start this first story.
Okay.
Well, as you were saying, I'm from Latin America, so I'm gonna bring a story with drugs. And because I mean
okay.
it's part of like what I have to bring to the table, it's like my thing. So this is a story from 2007. We used to have a TV show there called The Comedy Club. We never pay royalties for any of this, but we used a show with that name for many years, and it was a big success in our country. So
To be fair, I don't think anybody here is named a show.
Really?
The Comedy Club.
Oh, okay.
I think we
Maybe
only...
not. Maybe not. Yeah.
Really? I think
Yeah.
it's Spain. That I'm confused.
And what country specifically are you from?
I'm from Chile.
Okay, I just wanted to.
Okay.
That's the long one.
You know where?
Okay.
Great! Wow, that was mind blowing.
She
Like,
says that about every man. Though. Go ahead.
the Chile in South America, and we created this show, and it was a big success. So one day we get a call to do a private gig, and it was the birthday of a kid. So we were like, well, we can try. Why not? And they offer a lot of money. So we say yes. And the story would start when we decided to say yes. It's me and 5 comedy friends, and we're in a van.
Is this the same group you do the Comedy Central thing with, that you travel with, the group?
No, that's a different group.
Okay.
But they
And
also
were you the producer of this show?
No.
Okay.
I was just one of the comics.
Okay.
So I mean, producer is like a big name for the person who was like doing this show for us. It was not like really producing. It was just a guy. And there was no comedy in Chile before that show. So I mean, it was all new for everyone.
Right.
So
Producers don't really do much.
everywhere in the
general.
world. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. No I'm kidding.
But the thing is, we were driving to this instead of going to the rich part of town, the place where we thought we were going, because they offer a lot of money, we were going to like the poor part of town, and then we get to a big house in the middle of nowhere, and we assume immediately that this guy was like a drug dealer, because it was a huge house in the middle of like a horrible neighborhood.
And there was a tiger.
And there was a tiger at the door. And no, there was no tiger because, that's illegal and those guys have boundaries. But they had like a big backyard. And there was a stage, like a full stage of it was like a Coachella stage. It was like
In the backyard?
in the backyard of this guy. And 4 chairs or 5 chairs in the front of the stage. So
it's like, you better make them laugh or you're going to die.
and you're like in front of, they were like kids. They were like 15, and their parents were like around in the back. But the show was for these 5 teenagers. So you were like, okay, we can't
They
say
don't
no
have any friends?
for this kid. No, you have like 5 friends. He was like this kid and his 5 friends watching this show, and we were like, okay, we should do it. We can't say no to when we're already here. It was so weird. Like we were like, we should go. We should like try to make it work. I don't know. So we did the show, and it was really nice. The show kind of. It was weird just because it was like 5 teenagers in front of us, but we make it work. And after the show, we met the parents, and I don't know if these guys were like drug dealers or anything, but like they looked like, but they were super nice. They paid us in cash, and we left that place.
And that's your story.
That's my first story.
How old were you at the time? Because you look so young now. You're like the Ralph Macchio of Latino comedy.
I was 19.
He looks like Ralph Macchio, though, right? From the Karate Kid.
I know that guy.
yeah.
This is not the first time I heard that.
Okay,
yeah.
I was explaining it to her because she's like, Ralph Macchio, what the fuck is a Ralph Macchio?
I was 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You look very young.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I shaved today. So.
And how much time did you do? How many comedians were there?
We were 7 comics.
7 comics.
That was the full show, the full TV show. The whole crew was 7 comics. So they brought like the whole.
How much
cast.
did you get paid?
I'm
Equivalency.
trying
in American
to figure out because we have pesos.
You guys can ask questions too, by the way.
They don't care
I'm
about
just
this
trying to
stuff.
think of my life. Okay, I'm just.
I know you look so serious over there. I was like, damn.
I don't know how they do
He is
this.
Not fucking around.
I know.
I'm gonna get caught. I
You
already
throw
know.
me first under the bus. I don't know. I don't know if this is working. Like this
No,
is,
I
I mean,
have
just expect it to
questions.
be. Just say that this is supposed to be funny. I should. Be,
I don't know if it's. I don't know.
No, it
doesn't
can be
have to be funny
anything.
at
I mean,
all.
I think the story's kind of scary more than funny.
Your story seems scary.
Yeah,
But it
But
seems
it's-
like you had a great time.
this is the beauty of the story is at the end we learn that these drug dealers are great people. They're super nice. They pay you in cash, and that's better than any other comedy gig I ever done in my life.
Wow.
How much did they pay you?
I was trying to make the numbers because it's like
Can
He's
you
trying
tell
to
us how
think of the
many
numbers,
it was
huh?
in pesos?
no, it was in pesos. Yeah. It was
Can you
like
tell us that number?
8 millones, 8 millions.
And how much
pesos.
is
But
that?
pesos have a lot of zeros, so it's
Right.
like you guys gonna
You
get
said
confused.
8 million pesos?
8 million pesos.
Get at it.
That's like 150 bucks.
I know,
With
man.
that, you can pay. But Chilean pesos, not Mexican pesos.
Oh,
Different
okay.
pesos.
So how much?
There's a lot of pesos. Like, first of all, there's a lot of countries, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of currencies.
I just found out that Portugal is not in South America.
What?
I always thought it was
No, yeah, it's in
South
it's in
America.
Europe.
Really?
He's
by
up.
Spain.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My sister is in Portugal.
And you were like, oh, how is?
I was like, I thought you
South
went to
America?
Europe. She said, I am. And then
No, it's not. But yeah, I mean, it's well, they conquer Brazil, so there's a lot of Portuguese people over there.
Yeah.
Austin,
think
do we
that's
have
why.
any comments?
Melody Martinez wants everybody to know that Chilean Karate Kid's first story is a lie. He quickly explained away Jessica and Felicia's concerns, and that leaves him with some loose stops gaps
Please,
in the story there.
Questions. I need. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm trying to tell this story in a language
Right.
that I'm not native.
I got a
Like
question
I'm
for
struggling with my
Fabrizio.
English.
Look at this
And
motherfucker.
no one is helping.
Look at him over
And
there.
no one is
Look
helping.
at him
Everyone
over
in
there.
silence.
Already with
Was
that
just like
shit
waiting for
already?
me to break. So like I break.
Fabrizio, how did the gig go? Like, how'd you feel on stage? It was for very few people, right?
I mean, it was like every open mic in LA,
Yeah.
And but it was okay. I mean, it wasn't a bad show at all. I don't remember it was a bad show. I remember it was an
How much
okay
time
show.
did you do?
I mean, we were like 7,
Yeah,
so
so-
everyone made like I don't know 8.
Yeah.
So they're reacting like normal show going happy people. Or did they have like a vibe of like?
No, they were fans.
Oh, they were fans of the show, so
Yeah,
they were just
they were
super
just having
excited.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that
Oh, they already
dynamic.
knew
You guys
you
had a
were.
successful
Yeah.
show
Okay.
going at the time.
I'm famous in my country.
Okay.
I'm really famous. You're
No,
like
I'm
in
sure,
front of
yeah,
a famous
yeah,
person,
of
but you're
course.
not
Yeah.
excited because
Yeah.
it's the wrong country.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Don't say that. We're all excited.
No, it's hard to move from a
Well, meet
country where
Preacher.
you're-
He's famous in our country.
Not really. But I mean, no.
Look, he just wants to think about his fucking story. You
I'm
leave Preacher
trying,
alone.
and you're ruining it.
Melody Martinez is doubling down, said you're getting defensive. It's a lie.
Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of this harassment from that woman.
It's a man, actually.
We
He
actually
plays
think
on
it's
his
a
wife's
man.
team.
I don't care. I don't see gender. I'm post-gender.
Also, there's been a short
and you
consensus-
understand English, motherfucker. Anyway, go ahead.
There's been a short poll and argument online on whether or not Jessica's headband was acceptable. It turns out it is acceptable. So congratulations.
Yeah, I approve of the headband too. That's a good.
There
one.
was a thing, a quiz, whatever you call it, a poll.
A poll.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, so let's move along since Preacher is sweating balls over there. Let's go to Matt Lockwood.
Wait. So at the end, we will
We
know
will
the stories.
make a big vote at the end. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
still have to tell one more.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Remember?
And
Two
one
stories,
has to be
one
true,
truth.
one is not true.
How many pesos I'm gonna get paid for this?
You're going to get 5 billion pesos.
It's like $6.
Yeah, it's like $6.
I didn't know there was different pesos.
Yeah.
How do you keep it straight? Can you exchange them for?
You can change like one country for the next
Yeah.
country. Yeah. I mean, the problem is like Argentinian pesos are like in the trash.
Why are they all called pesos? Why not call
Well,
something
there's
else?
different dollars.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
What?
Canadian dollar.
Oh, but that's Canadian.
I feel like I might have.
two
No,
countries.
but we
There's not
call
Mexican
we
dollars.
call them like Chilean pesos, Mexican pesos. We just don't call them like just pesos. We go like country by country. And yeah, I mean, Venezuelan pesos are like death because it's like super poor country, and
Yeah.
Chilean pesos
Right.
are doing pretty well because we're a
Congrats.
very successful country. Thank you.
great.
What's your major export?
Copper
Oh, really?
and wine.
I think I'm gonna have a good chance with
yeah,
Matt's
wine.
stories here, like because I'm 2 for 2 on. I thought the same thing about Portugal, and I thought the same shit about the peso.
Hell,
Isn't it crazy to learn Portugal is in Europe?
Yeah, that's wild, huh?
Especially at the comedy
Insane.
store. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a little weird. All right, start your story.
Mine is also about drugs, more focused on drugs, though. I went to me and my friends Peter and Justin.
Peter and Justin.
Peter spells his
okay,
name
that's a lie.
P-I-E-T-E-R.
There's not such a Peter and Justin. There.
Wow, that's odd.
We went to Panama City Beach, Florida, which is a popular spring break destination if you live in the Midwest. It's like a 22-hour drive. We rode in the back of a pickup truck with a mattress. Peter's parents
whole way?
drove. Yeah.
No cab on the back?
Yeah, we had a cab on the back. Of course we did.
There was a camper shell?
Yeah, we're not going to... On the highway?
I've been in the back of the
No,
truck.
we were all laying on a mattress, 3 high school boys watching movies on an iPad.
On an iPad? How long ago was this?
I don't know, 2009, 2008? High school. Whatever. Maybe it wasn't an iPad, maybe it was a laptop. I picture it as an iPad. You know, our memories are actually, we think they're true, but they're not. That's a true fact. I watch Netflix.
I remember when I was traveling and I was so excited I got a portable DVD player.
Yeah, those rule. Oh, maybe it was that.
DVD player. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was like 2005 though. That was way before. So, anyways, so we're in PCB as we call it, popular destination for young people. That's the first place I ever drank alcohol. Gatorade and Southern Comfort. It's Panama City Beach.
So that's what I drank.
Orange Gatorade.
As
and Southern Comfort.
first time drinking was Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 years old, baby. But we're on the beach late at night. We're drinking, and we see this thing in the sand, like buried underneath a sand tree, a bush. You know those bushes that are in the sand on the beach. I don't know what they're called. I'm
Those
not
are
a
called
botanist.
girls.
Girl, yeah, the girl. It was buried underneath a girl. But it's like that. It was. We go and find it, and it's like this. Fucking. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch. You ready? Watch.
Yeah.
Squirt, squirt, squirt. You can do whatever you want
That's
on this.
nasty. But it's like this brick of marijuana in a big plastic bag. But it's like this huge. It's like this big or whatever. And so we grab it and
Can you show how big it was again?
like this.
Does that suss out? Is that
That's
correct?
not big enough. I think.
Okay.
Well, not for his fucking country. This is America.
Well, how many pesos you can buy with that?
I have no idea. It depends on which
When
country's
you say
pesos.
brick, that looked more like a center block.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Look at
No,
the back,
there's
though.
big bricks. And so bricks come in different sizes. So we pull it out and then
Bricks come in different sizes.
they do. I'm the only smart person here.
Who didn't know where Portugal was?
Well, now I do though. I used to be dumb. Now I'm smart.
You can be smart and not know where Portugal's
Yes,
at.
of course you can.
Yes.
Of course you can.
Thanks, Felicia.
I mean, I thought it was in South. I was like 100% sure it was in South America. So we pull this out and then we're like talking about what to do with it because none of us smoke. We're Christians and
You just do
we were
Southern
drinking for the
Comfort
first time. Yeah. And that was like a big deal.
And you knew it was marijuana.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, based on like movies or whatever we'd seen.
And the iPad, the movies that you watch.
Yeah, on the
iPad.
way down,
Yeah.
we watched like Blow and Cheech and Chong movies the whole way down.
Blow was a movie.
Blow? It's a great movie with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, have you never seen it?
Oh, it's incredible.
it's so good.
You should watch it. And the fucking big fat guy from Remember the Titans, Ethan Suplee, right? Is that him?
I don't know, but I just remember the movie being really good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, we should all watch it sometime, actually, Matt, huh?
You wanna watch it now?
What did you do with the marijuana?
So we took it, and then we're on the beach. We're like talking about what to do with it. Do we sell it? Do we put it back? And then some guy starts yelling, and it says, it's a dark beach. It's very scary, and so we just took off running with the marijuana, and we're running down the beach, and then we run onto the street, and
Who was carrying the marijuana? Were you?
Justin was carrying. I didn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to go to jail or whatever. I'm a Christian. And so we run, and we get to like a mini golf course, with windmills and stuff like
Such,
that.
yes.
And they want to split up, but they're both like in shape, and so
Matt
we
lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I used to be way bigger.
Yeah.
Especially in high school. And I say no, and then we're on the mini golf course. We're like hiding behind like the house or whatever. You have to hit the ball through, and if you hit it correctly, it goes down, and you get a hole in one. But if you don't, you're fucked. You have to keep trying, and it spins or whatever.
So you hide that brick in that little
No.
hole?
We are hiding.
Oh,
We're still holding it.
oh, you're in the house.
Yeah.
Were you? Okay.
You're holding the big brick.
I'm not. My friend
Oh,
Justin
okay.
is. Yeah. I didn't want to touch it. Fingerprints. They do DNA.
But you don't need
tests or
two
whatever.
people to like hold it
Yeah.
like.
It's not heavy. No.
Oh, okay.
And they're athletic. Justin was very strong.
With a brick? Okay.
He was a wakeboarder.
Okay.
Wakeboard.
Have you ever wakeboarded?
No.
I think you have to be strong because you have to hold the rope.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
no,
need to
I've
be
done
strong.
that. I have done that. Behind
It's,
a boat.
it's like skiing behind a boat, but
Yeah.
on a board instead
Yeah.
of skis.
That's,
It's like
that's a
snowboarding.
little easier than skiing.
You think it's easier?
Yeah, because you can hold on to the. You don't have to stand up.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I did.
You knee boarded.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's when you're on your knees.
Jessica.
This is like knee boarding on your feet. You don't have to stand up. You went tubing. That's what you did.
Whatever.
I'm embarrassed for you, Jessica. I'm just, then he got that out of you like that.
I'm sure you've been on your knees a lot more.
Yes. Hey. I don't, just shut up. Anyway. Not lately, though.
So then the guy is, walking around the course trying to find us. We see him, and then we just left the
What does
brick.
he look like?
It was dark. I don't know. He was white,
That's all you saw?
shoulder length hair.
What was he
a
yelling?
little shorter than
What
shoulder
was he
length hair.
yelling?
Hey, give me that back! Come back here, you kids!
Unspecified size brick. Give me that brick.
I don't remember. It was this like one of the more scared moments I've ever had in my life. I'm shaking. I've never been in trouble before. I'm a Christian.
Does this, Austin, does this sound like ring true to you?
A Florida story? Yeah, it does sound like something that could happen in Panama City Beach. Never heard anybody refer to it as PCB, though, as
PCB,
long
baby.
as I lived in
That's what we always call it.
Central Florida. But, you got some people chiming in online. Ken Lofgren's not buying the SoCo Gatorade mix. He says SoCo Dr. Pepper, sure, but that's just nasty, the SoCo Gatorade
Yeah,
deal.
what flavor Gatorade?
It was orange Gatorade. I mean, I've never drank before. I don't know how to mix it.
Oh my God, Preacher's gonna have a fucking heart attack when he tells his story.
Mark Melvin's also calling BS on this one, and Crazy Stoner is chiming in with bong rips for Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how anybody can act like they're getting a true read on this dude yet, though. You
No,
know?
Yeah.
I
Matt.
need another story.
Matt always seems like he's lying, so this is going to be very hard. And your story, though, sounds like a cross between the Goonies and Overboard to me.
I've never seen Overboard.
Overboard. He didn't talk about a rich husband and
Also,
No, but
what's-
he was building a mini
was
golf
implied.
course.
What's the similarities with the Goonies?
fuck Jessica. When she takes a leap, she takes a leap. All right, that's I think a good first starting a story. Now, Preacher, it is your turn.
Are you ready?
But can you adjust the mic a little bit towards you? Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well,
Okay.
when I was 19, I had a birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works out.
That's true. Sounds legit.
Sounds
That sounds legit.
legitimate.
I've had one of those, and everyone forgot about my birthday. It was pretty stupid. My brother remembered, but he didn't have any money, so he was like, I'm gonna take you out, but you gotta get me.
And Justin is how much younger than you?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that because he seems like the younger one.
So he said what? That you have to get me? What is
I had
that
to pay
mean?
for his lunch when he took me out. So
Your older brother?
yeah,
By how many years is he older?
about 2 years. So
Okay.
he's about 21. Well, I mean, if I turned 19, that means he was 20. So he's like a year and a half.
Okay.
So I got pulled over by a cop because when I was mad that everyone forgot about my birthday, and when you're driving, you're upset and you go a little faster sometimes. So I went fast, and then the cop pulled me over.
Are you serious? You were like, everyone forgot my birthday.
I was mad. Well, and
I can relate to that.
I was mad. I can't be mad that someone
Are
forgot
you
my
the
birthday.
youngest one?
I am the youngest,
No,
but
no.
nobody cared.
Your
like
mama didn't care?
She was like, not really. She was like, she gave me some gifts or something. Like she gave me some. She didn't even wrap it. She was like, here's a board game, and I was like, all right.
At 19, she gave you a board game?
I don't remember what she gave me. I just made something
Here's a
up.
Gatorade.
All right. No, but she just gave me something. I just remember it wasn't wrapped, and I was like, I don't care about gifts. I just want to do something.
Right.
And
Drive fast. That was the.
Yeah, I mean, and then my best friend at the time, Marvell, he didn't.
Marvel.
That's his name. He forgot it was my birthday, and I was on the phone with this girl who. Well, I was. This
Is
girl
today
came.
your birthday?
Today's my birthday, and I'm 19. Whatever. So everyone forgot. Everyone forgot. So I was speeding, and the cop came, and he was like, "Hey, man, It was a black cop, and I was like, yes! I was excited. Not saying that white cops are bad, but like if you're white, you want a white cop, okay? If you're white, you're not hope there's a black cop coming, because then they're gonna be like tables.
You want
a
cop for your own race.
Yeah, you want your own race.
Yeah.
You want a cop for your own
I'm
race.
looking for a cop.
You,
like
you don't want a
Latino
black cop.
That's
Yeah,
what I need.
exactly. And when you get one, you kind of like,
Hey, hola, hola.
Yeah.
Sábado gigante.
I said that in my head. I'm glad you
pesos.
said it out loud. And then he pulled me over, and then I was trying to act tough because I was from Memphis, and I'm still from Memphis, but I was like, I was in Memphis at the time, so I was just trying to
I
be
just
tough.
stopped in Memphis on I was on a road trip. We stopped in Memphis and met Rob Love.
Oh,
We did a mic.
He's like the deadpan comedian, right?
I don't know. He was very nice. Very
Oh,
good
you didn't see
looking.
his comedy? He's
I
like
saw
super
the-
energetic. I was trying to be funny. He's like
No,
super.
yeah, I was like, I don't think he's.
No. He's like not. He's like the exact opposite. Yeah. And
You okay?
Yeah,
You
I'm
okay,
sorry.
he's great. He's dope. Oh my! I know who you talking about, the black dude.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Rob Little.
No.
Yeah, Rob Love. That's my homie. Yeah, he's dope. Anyway, so
This story's got you verklempt, man.
anyway, so I got pulled over, and then he was like, "You know how fast you were going?" And I was like, "Man, I don't care how fast I was going." Then he,
No, you.
No, you did
I was
not.
trying to be. It was real dumb. And then he put me in cuffs, put me in the back of the car, and then I don't think the door closed fully before I started crying. I was crying, and
Now
I was
this
like-
starts.
I was
This
like-
is checking out.
I was like, "This is my birthday," and then I heard him talking to the supervisor. He's like, "It is his birthday," and then he lets me go. He's like, "Stop speeding." I clean it up before I see my brother, and then I get in the car. My brother just seen me flip out, so he's like, "Hey, everything all good?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." I tell him it's my birthday, had let me go, and then that was it.
That's the story?
That's the story.
That's a good story.
You did a
Preacher.
lot of, like,
You
emotions.
did
I-
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot
yeah,
of-
Okay.
yeah. And I almost automatically believe it because I have 18 and a son who just turned 20, and fuck their birthdays, right? Fuck their birthdays. They don't do shit for me. They're on their own. I don't have to
Yeah.
do shit for them anymore. So that
That's
part of the
right.
story I do believe.
His mom is super nice. She still goes to his
Super
shows
nice.
and stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean she doesn't love him and that
She's
not
vegan
nice.
with him too.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
They're vegan together.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. And
That's a great mom.
yeah,
You know?
that's a good mama.
Thank you.
Any questions online, Austin?
Lias just chimed in, said she's not sure, but is it just her, or does Preacher's mic look bigger than everyone else's? Hint, hint.
It's closer to the camera. That's why. It's angled. It's the angle. It's an angle issue.
Whatever you need to believe, brother.
It's the angle.
She also says
Damn
that
it.
black cops are always friendlier in her experience. Lisa says same race cop is good. Always going to get off on those, but
Thanks,
same
Lisa.
gender cops,
Same race cop.
guaranteed tickets every time.
Well, I don't know. I
well-
feel like more women give me tickets because they're like, I'm trying to show you that I'm,
Yeah.
you know
Oh,
what I mean?
Like I've never been, and when I've been pulled over, never thought, oh, I hope it's a white cop. I always thought, I hope it's not a woman. You know what I mean? Like if we're
They have
gonna say,
something to
yeah,
prove.
because
Yeah.
when you get a woman, you're like, I'm sorry, and she's like, she doesn't buy that shit at all. She's like,
I had 3 speeding tickets before I was 18.
uh-huh.
And
Wow.
yeah,
That's a lot.
And I got one. I was in my new Honda, sporting it, it was looking good. And I had
You said Honda
Honda.
and then looking good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, when you're 18,
Yeah. Well, I was like 16 or 17. But then I had 2 people in the. I had 3 people in the car with me. I had my girlfriend and her guy and my guy. They were both black though. So then I got pulled over by a white guy, and he was not giving us any. Like he wanted to make sure my dad knew where I was,
Right.
knew that I was with these black gentlemen.
I like how you paused like you were going to say something else.
I was waiting for it.
And did your dad know where you were?
I mean, he knew I was out.
Did he know you were with black gentlemen?
No, I tried to keep that away from him a lot because he.
He's what? She's what?
Is that why you were dating them?
I like everybody. You know what? You talk about Big Mike's. The best one I ever had was Portuguese.
The best mic?
You had a big Portuguese mic? What the fuck is going on?
They have like good audio systems over there. Like that's the joke about it's the tech joke. Wow.
And I'm very curious about that story.
What kind of car were you driving?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Are we still on must? I thought we was done. I thought
No,
we
we're
were done.
asking questions. We can ask.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought we were done.
No, you ain't out of the
No.
Oh,
water
okay.
yet.
I don't even remember, but like, it was.
Don't give it up. Don't give it up.
I'm not giving up.
Okay,
No,
okay.
Just say
I
any
just
car.
don't
You don't
remember.
remember your
I
first
don't-
car? You don't
Say Honda.
Yeah, how do you know it was my first car?
Because you
It was my first
okay,
car. But
there.
it was like a Chevy. You know what I mean? It was like a Chevy.
Chevy. Yeah.
No, it was like a Chevy something. I don't remember it, but it was a Chevy.
You don't know. I mean, who cares about
Yeah,
cars?
it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Because it's little details that matter.
4-door, 2-door?
4-door. It was
Okay.
4-door.
Did you
Do
ever
remember
get
that?
laid in that vehicle?
You said what? I didn't get my first kiss till the year before.
Year before that.
My first kiss I got when I was 18. So
You're
I
18?
was
Are you
like,
serious?
yeah,
Really?
playing Truth or Dare.
Really?
Yeah, there's some girl that didn't even want to kiss me.
Really?
I'm serious.
Oh.
And I counted it. I don't care. I mean, I'm cool. I caught up now. I'm just saying
Yeah,
before.
oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Before.
Caught up now.
Wow.
So you had never done anything in that car with a girl?
I'd never had a girlfriend.
Wow. This is getting. This is going to a different direction. You know, like
No wonder nobody remembered your birthday. What a fucking loser.
Your mom's probably like, this motherfucker ain't getting no one. Fuck him.
So messed up, man. Come on, man.
I'm just hoping that's a lie, you know?
All right.
For your sake. For your sake.
Those are all three very good stories.
Pretty
and,
much everybody online has come to a consensus that all three first stories are a lie. Lisa believes
I
you're
mean,
preacher.
what
but
kind of
everybody
stupid will
else-
be if we like the first three stories were lies? You know, like we're smart. We're playing the game. One of us is like, we can't be
we'll
like that
see.
dumb.
We'll see. But I tend to agree with everybody on the line. When I'm home, I don't want to run errands or have to figure out a meal plan, especially because I have kids. That's why Blue Apron is a great solution. Their chef-designed recipes are easy to follow and give you a balanced, delicious meal. Blue Apron is a quick and easy way to make high-quality meals that everyone can enjoy. Use promo code LIARS to get $30 off your first order. Blue Apron, take back dinner.
My second story.
Please.
Okay. This story is like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe. You never know. This story happened in New York. I was with a friend, and he invited me to a party, and this party was in a warehouse. So it was like this size, and there was like 500 people in a. You know, like it was crazy.
The size of the Comedy Store.
No, the size of this room. I mean, it was like super small. No, this room. I'm exaggerating.
Like the
but
belly room or something like that.
Yeah.
Just a smaller room.
and
Yeah.
it was like a
But there
lot
was
of
500 people there, you're saying.
I just exaggerating again.
Okay.
It's not a real number.
But it was packed.
It was
Packed.
packed. It was crazy packed. So I was with a friend, and we were like hanging out and like you know having fun and whatever. And then in a corner there was a famous person. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to get in trouble.
Ariana Grande.
In the story, no, I'm gonna tell a fake name, but you're gonna get it. There was this famous singer, Wiley Myers, like Wiley,
Okay.
you know, like something like that.
Right, yeah.
You might as well say her name, bro.
I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want the comedy store get in trouble with this. You know,
said
for legal
way worse.
Yeah.
because
So, yeah.
the story is going to take a weird turn.
Okay.
That's
All right.
why.
Okay.
So we were there, and
What was she doing in the corner?
she was having fun. It was part of the party. Like she was in the party.
Okay.
And she was with two other friends, and they're like having fun and whatever. And the party kept going, and people started leaving. You know, there's less and less people. And at the end, it was just like a small group, and we were kind of like in the same group with Wiley.
Okay.
You know. So she was in the corner, and we were like, you know, getting all together because we were not that many people dancing and having fun. It was like really, really early in the morning. And then she was like, hey, you guys want to go to the bathroom? And I was like, why? I already pee. I don't need to go to the bathroom. That's when my friend was like, no, there's another reason why people go to the bathroom in the middle of a party.
To poop.
To poop. Exactly.
for
I was
cocaine.
like, we're gonna poop all together. So we went to this bathroom, and I never like tried this before, like even doing cocaine. And I was like, maybe I have to yeah, this is like if it's coming from these people, for sure it's healthier. You know, like probably it's good for you. Like probably it's like the best ever.
I would think from your country you could get the best, most pure.
I mean that's racist, but it's fine. I'm gonna move on.
Also, it's like Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
Chile.
No, Chile is really clean. It's pretty great.
You
should go
You
there.
don't grow the coca leaves?
The cocoa leaves? No, we don't grow the cocoa leaves. I think that happen in other countries, but we produce some of it. But we're not like, it's more like Colombia and more Bolivia. Well, the thing is like, those countries from Europe that you have never been. So the thing is, the story ends when like I see this coming and I was like, I have to do it for not just for me, for my people. I was like the ambassador of Chile in that party.
This is for Chile.
And it was the shape of Chile. Actually, like it was the same shape of the country. And I did it, and I'm still awake from that day. I'm still like I mean, it was the first time I did it, and I did like this with this famous person. And that's my story. That's my second story.
And when this person did it, like, did they do a massive amount of it, or just a little freeze on? Like, what? Please explain to how
because it was my
did it.
first experience with this. I don't know how much. I mean, it's like the brick. It's big enough. It's small. And you don't know how much is like the right prescription.
Can you kind of draw it with your finger?
So about 3 inches,
Wow, you're an expert.
2.5.
I just like you just make a little movement, and you're like, wow, that's
Well,
you
out
start
there,
sweating, and you're
3.25
sweating.
inches.
It was something like that.
We're talking about the drugs, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about my dick. We're talking about.
Okay.
No, we were talking about the drug.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So that's your first time?
Yeah, and the last.
How old are you now?
I'm not a huge fan of.
How old are you now?
30.
That's a lie. I was
And in South America,
you wanted to protect
Here you go. Ask
people.
some questions again.
You wanted to.
Sorry.
You didn't say her name because you didn't want people to find out that Miley Cyrus
What?
does
What?
drugs.
That's not Miley. She did not say
I'm not part of
Miley.
I'm not part of this.
I did think the same thing. I was like, you don't listen to her music,
Yeah.
bro? Like,
Yeah, that's all she talks about is doing drugs. I think people know.
I don't want to get in trouble. I know podcasts are like a place where comics get in trouble. I'm trying to save my ass here. I don't want to say her name.
Okay. I just can't believe that you've been in the business since you're how old? 18 years old?
When I was 13, I started writing for a newspaper.
Right. But in the comedy business, in the show business, how long have you been in show business?
I started doing stand-up when I was 16,
Uh-huh.
and then I get a TV show when I was 17.
So you're telling me
Wow.
that you
I didn't
were
ha-
famous in your country and that from the age of 17 on
Yeah.
in the entertainment business,
Mm-hmm.
in a country that produces and cuts the cocaine, and you never saw fucking cocaine or how to go about cocaine.
This is the thing.
you're lying.
You can.
And let me ask you this.
Liar,
Yeah.
liar.
You can-
My question I would
You're
like to
king of the
pose to
jungle. Lying to
everybody.
yourself.
Everyone is attacking me now.
Okay, I would
I'm
like
sorry.
to know: do celebrities, liberal celebrities that care
Liberal
about the,
celebrities?
liberal celebrities that care about the environment, use straws to do cocaine?
What?
This is before the straw debacle, though.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Five.
know
You
that
said
can
5
rem-
years ago.
okay.
I mean,
I don't know if we can
yeah.
put that on her.
okay.
Miley Cyrus is so hot.
The straw debate, I think, is like the less
it-
important part of the story. Maybe like the.
All parts of the story are important, but was it a straw or was it a rolled up dollar bill?
How did you
it was
do
a
it?
roll of peso. It was. Sorry, what?
How did you do it?
How I? No,
Yeah.
there was a dollar.
It was a dollar.
It was a dollar.
Which
like-
nostril?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
a good question.
Which nostril do you lead with?
I'm trying to remember, but I think if I know, yeah, I think I think this one.
And did you get it? Did you get it all?
No,
'Cause I know, like my first
No,
time, I
no.
accidentally blew it some of it.
No,
away.
no. I mean,
what I
I'm
mean?
sure like I get like
Well,
nothing.
you were 12.
Wait. So how did it feel?
It felt like it was a party. It was like 6 a.m. I was really tired. I was drunk and whatever, and felt like, oh, now I can write a book. You know, like my mind. I was like,
You had been drinking a lot of alcohol.
yeah, I was really
Right.
drunk, and then suddenly I was like, oh, I can, I can do the TED talk if I want.
How long did that last?
Effect last
Yeah.
a lot. I was in the Alphabet City, and I walked to Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. That's weird, man, because I thought it only lasted for like 15 minutes.
You never done coke?
Hell?
No, I've never done it.
Me neither.
No, I've never done it though. I think you've done it.
I've never done it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing it in the. Well, I was like, okay, you never done it for real?
No.
Oh, okay. I just don't
So
want to.
why you guys know how this works?
Because I Googled it. All right.
I have a lot of friends.
That's not how this
I don't have
works.
friends. I
mean,
Googled it, though.
Actually, also, I don't know if that was like the right. I don't even know if it was like real cocaine because it was my first time and last time too. So I didn't have experience.
Was it Wiley's cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
She pulled it out of her, or he pulled it out of their pocket.
Them pull it out of their pocket. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, she's got to have someone carry that. Celebrities don't keep that shit on themselves.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I think you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's been a celebrity, not in this country. Not in this country. And I know how this works, you know? Like, you are telling me how is the celebrity lifestyle, man.
I mean, maybe in your continent they carry it differently, but
We carry because no one expects for us to carry it. You know, it was like, of course, it's gonna be the friend, and then you know,
Yeah, hold on. I don't know about the whole...
celebrities were smart. We're the smart people.
Matt, you said you never done coke?
no, I've never done coke.
So I think here's the thing about carrying it or not carrying it. If you've ever done coke, if you're doing coke for the night and you want to do coke, you bought coke or you have coke available to you, you want to have the fucking... I want to hold it. You want to have the bag.
Yeah, but if
Not
you're,
if you're a celebrity.
Yeah, if you're a celebrity, everyone just wants to hang out with you, so they're not gonna. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but if you're a celebrity,
I mean,
it's
once
different.
again,
Wouldn't you think?
She could put her
Also-
hand up and go, "I want coke," and everyone would fucking hand her coke.
I mean, that's
Very
worse.
true.
In regard to that artist claiming a situation like this, exactly like his story, she's got a line in a song that's everyone in line for the bathroom trying to get a line in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's okay to say Miley Cyrus does coke.
You know,
What?
I know.
Stop doing that, man. Please.
You know who's
Yeah.
really upset right now? Fucking Dilly Day.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Dilly.
Who's that?
Her dad or his dad.
Oh, he was there too.
5 years ago.
No, that part was a lie. Not the rest of the story that I
Dilly
told
Day?
you.
Who's Dilly Day? Her dad?
Yeah. We're not saying names.
Billy Ray.
Oh, okay. I was like, shut up. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Am I
The Old Town
stroking
Road
out?
guy.
Wow. Everyone got that but me. My apologies.
I was a little behind myself.
Oh, no. I know. Austin, what are people saying online?
Well, you have done something, Fabs, that has not been done on this show, where you completely swayed the entire audience to believe that you're now lying, and that the first one was true. That just was so unbelievable that it can't possibly be
Well,
true.
one of the stories is true. So
That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go to Matt.
Yeah, let's go to Matt.
Okay.
This one's a spooky one for Halloween
Okay.
because it's Halloween season.
Why do you keep blowing to the side?
Because
Okay,
I
so-
don't like to.
Oh, my bad.
Damn right.
I didn't know.
I lost sound in my headphones.
Is it bothering you?
Sorry.
There it is. Oh,
No,
yep.
don't stop.
It's back?
Stop. Just stop.
No,
You'll
now
be-
it's gone
Wait,
again. It was back.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
So I used to show chickens and rabbits at the Kent County Youth Fair in Michigan. And
You
so I
did used to
No, you
show
got a big
chickens and
voice.
rabbits?
Yeah.
sorry. What is that?
A chicken is like a little animal. It's like a bird.
No. I mean,
A rabbit is
I understand that part, but I'm confused about the second part. What,
They're like
You used to
4-H.
show them like a,
it's like 4-H.
it's like a
Yeah.
pageant, like
God,
a
I
pageant
get
for
that.
animals.
oh, so
dad
like
lived
if
on a
they're
farm.
beautiful, like it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you like perform a vet check essentially, and then they judge.
Do
you
they
on it.
have that in your country where
No,
they show
no.
chickens?
no, we don't show them.
No,
We
they
hide them.
Cockfights.
Yeah.
I used to show heifers though. So continue.
No, you showed my ex-wife. So I
You showed heifers?
You were married?
no, I tried to make a joke.
Okay.
Yeah. You showed heifers. Where'd you keep that at the trailer park? I mean,
No, because I lived in the city, you know, of Trailer Park and all. So they kept the heifers in a pen, like they were on borrow.
oh, you borrowed a heifer to show?
Yeah, like we would go and train them.
Oh, you
for,
didn't even raise them?
No.
That's like fucking cheating.
Yeah.
That's like some heifer cheating.
Well, I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
gotta,
I thought you had to raise those.
I put
and-
time in with the chickens and with the
Yeah.
rabbits. I used to
We
hang
went-
out with the chickens.
we went every week.
Okay, I was there every day. Actually, it was my dad's house. So I was there every other weekend. But my dad raised them.
So I
Okay.
saw my heifer more than you saw your chicken and rabbit.
No, sometimes I bring them back to my mom's house. She gave me that. But so my dad lived in Ada, which is like a suburb of not really a suburb, it's the country. And there was this legend called the Ada Witch. And my dad's joke is that he was married to her, but whatever. And there was a house in Ada where she used to live that was abandoned. And the big story was that if you go to the house, it's haunted. And so me and all my 4-H friends...
By the ghost of chicken past.
We drove there one night. Well, we went to the Walmart or Target or whatever it was. Oh, Meijer. It's called Meijer.
Where are you from again?
Michigan.
Oh, they had Target up there? How long ago?
Target's
was it?
everywhere.
We didn't have Target.
Target's not even American.
But he's much younger than you.
I didn't know that.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
And so we get flashlights, and I guess that's all we bought. Yeah. Because what else do you need to ghost hunt, you know? So we drive to this house, and we get out.
You guessed that's all you
And
bought.
Christy, I just don't remember. Christy was driving.
And this is?
Christy? She's my friend, Christy Bowers.
Okay.
She was, her dad was the leader of our 4-H group. Well, the 4-H group that branched off of the other 4-H group.
Okay.
That I joined and then left a couple years later.
Was Christy a horse girl?
No. We don't fuck with horse people.
Yeah.
The horse
Says a
people
lot
are the
about a
worst
person.
people alive.
Gotcha.
What is horse people?
People that show horses.
People that, The girls that show horses are the most evil people
Yeah,
on the
'cause they're
planet.
People
rich.
showing. Why are you showing these animals? Like, they're already there. Like, you don't need to show them.
It is a crazy
I can see the animals. You don't need to show me the
No,
animals.
you like take them out and you
Why you're
show
showing
bodies.
me the
And
animals?
then there's judges, and they try to pick which one is the most beautiful, which one is the most...
Right,
No,
you know, like
showmanship's based on the person.
like a dog show?
The breed judges.
Oh
are.
yeah.
like
They
a-
have, they have that for other animals. Like
Yeah.
you have for every animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do these at the county fairs.
It's insane. Barbaric.
When I was in the junior class, it was the largest junior class Kent County Youth Fair I'd ever seen. I think 170 kids. I took first place in rabbit showmanship. Kind of a big deal. I also cheated. Christy told me the answers to the
really?
questions they were going to ask. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they always quiz you.
But I had a perfect rabbit, and I got 100% on the showmanship. So, whatever. I still would have placed top 10.
Perfect rabbit.
Its name was Joey. It was a Jersey Woolly, which are like...
Yeah, one year I came. I got in second place. I was so mad because I was. He had me in the front line for the whole time, and then I looked away, and you're supposed to keep eye contact with the
Yeah,
judge.
that was a big thing. My judge came up after me and he said, I picked you because
Right.
you never stopped looking at me.
And you gotta
He had
not-
rosacea. He had
You gotta
really
keep
rosy
smiling the whole time too,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Isn't
and
it your face
I didn't
muscles
smile.
go numb
No,
after 40 minutes? You're just standing there, that weird look on your face. You can't even fucking
Showing
smile.
rabbits is serious
He
business.
caught me looking away one time, and
Can't do
fucking
that.
I got pushed
Lose
back
focus,
to second
bro.
place. I
Don't lose
know.
focus.
Crazy Stoner says that a chicken and rabbit story is true. Please stop telling it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's not even about chickens and rabbits. It's about a haunted house.
No, why did you bring up the fucking chicken
I'm
and
giving
rabbit?
context.
Okay, get to the haunted house.
So Christy, this is where I was. Christy dropped us off, and she said, call me when you guys are ready to leave, because we're going to explore for a while. It's kind
Okay.
houses in Michigan are 3
Okay.
stories. So we go in. The minute we walk in, I was holding the flashlight. The minute we walk in, the flashlight cuts off,
Okay.
and it's dark. And we're all like, oh, this is kind of funny that the flashlight, the one
How
we just
convenient.
bought, is broken. Very funny coincidence, right? So you hit it a couple times, got it back on. We walk in, and obviously there's like noises, creaking. Sounds like people are crying or whatever. Babies are crying. And then the noises get to a point where we're like, okay, fuck this, we're all leaving. This is a bad idea. This place is definitely haunted. So we go to call Christy, and none of our phones have service. They had service as we were walking in inside the house. None
How
of us
long
have
ago was
service.
this?
2000, probably like 7 or 8 or 6.
All right, it just seems so weird that you had cell phones like that. Go ahead.
Again, he's younger than you. Okay.
Yeah. So we run outside, and we get service, and we call her. We say, hey, come pick us up. Fuck this. We're not going to do this. And she pulls up, and we get in the car, and her car dies. The engine shuts off, and we're like, all right, stop fucking with us. And she goes, no, I genuinely can't turn the car on. At that point, we're all freaked out. Me and my friend Zach, we get out of the car. We just start running down the
What
street.
kind of
It's like
car
a
was
dirt
this?
road. I think like a Jimmy. You remember GMC Jimmys?
Yeah.
Like a truck, SUV. It was green. And we had a lot
Sharp
of
answer, honestly.
I know,
Sharp
I know,
specific. That was fucking great.
That's the way you answer when they ask you for a car. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not, I don't remember what cars are.
Move on, bitch. Chevy.
And then she got the car started, came and picked us up down the road. And then like 3 weeks later, the house burned to the ground. So that's it.
Okay. Well, we're just going to move right on to Preacher's story. was a very distinct and well-colored in story.
And totally fucking true story.
Okay, Preacher, your turn.
All right. I used to live in a place called Job Corps. Well, I don't know if y'all know what Job Corps is. That's where I was at. And it's like a thing where kids go when they're trying to get their life back on track.
And
how would you fucked up?
I didn't, but I just
Speeding a lot.
I was speeding a whole lot. No, my mom, I don't think she realized what it was when she put me
I
in
think
it.
my brother did that, and they did firefighting or something like that. That was one of the skills they learned.
Yeah, it's like firefighting. It's like cooking, security, carpentry. So
Is that where you started to get your muscles?
I did carpentry. I guess I don't know.
like Jesus. Jesus did the
Yeah, he did carpentry. So I wasn't
That's
like
how you got your crucifixion bod.
I wasn't.
Back off, Jessica, okay? Back off.
It's a crucifixion bod.
If you're going to talk like that, you should have fucking combed your hair, is all I'm saying. If you can't comb your hair, you can't fucking hit on our guests. Please continue, Preacher.
So it was just for people that I mean, when I was in school, I used to sell candy, and then like they sold like cocaine. So it wasn't like I shouldn't have been there, but I was there, and I was for carpentry, and I wasn't like super cool. I couldn't relate to like a lot of the people there. So like the person I was closest to, this is kind of messed up. He's kind of slow. He was kind of slow. He was in there for I think it's culinary this week. Yeah.
Is this the Forrest Gump of?
And
He was in there
he was
for what?
he was kind of slow. But he was the sweetest dude. Like he was.
What
super
was he in
nice
there for, you said?
For
Culinary.
Yeah, culinary.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
crime?
No.
That's what he was learning.
That's what that's a skill.
Yes.
And,
If you don't do it right, yeah, it's a crime.
It's a big crime.
And so one time he was closing up he closed up the kitchen or whatever, and they trust him to do that. They would switch, same with like security and stuff. And I asked if I could make something real quick, and he was like, "It's totally down. You can do it." And I decided to make some fries, and I seen my mom make them at all, a bunch of times. And I was like, "Okay, I know how to do it. You just get the oil to boil." Then you throw the fries, you throw the potatoes in. Right, yeah. And so I remember while he was cleaning up, I was just cooking the fries. I put the oils in a pot.
You got the
a
oil
skillet.
to boil?
I know. Well, I didn't know at the time because I was 16. So I put it on high, and I remember I kept coming back to the oil, and I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "It's not boiling." So weird. I was not boiling. I'll just come back. And then I came back, and then it was on fire. So, like, the middle of it was on fire. And I was like, oh, snap. I should probably get some water. I know now. And so I tried to pour some water on it to put out the fire that was inside of the skillet. And I was freaking out. I poured it on in the skillet, and then like a fireball just hit the ceiling.
Wow.
And it was like a giant, like, burnt mark on the ceiling.
With the face of Jesus.
Yeah, he was on there. And,
You're lucky you didn't burn yourself.
Yeah, so it was like almost a hole. It was just a black, whatever. And it was super noticeable. And I just kind of left. So
That's your story?
yeah,
That's your story.
then I blamed it on the guy that
You
was not.
blamed it on
I didn't blame
the-
nothing, but I didn't say anything.
On the slow guy?
So,
I
yeah.
didn't say anything.
So, yeah.
I didn't blame him.
Obviously, everyone show up and it's like,
But
yeah.
I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
So I'm whatever.
So they never came back to you and were like, "Hey, so and so told us that you were cooking in here last night."
And then I was like, I wasn't.
You said that?
I was 16.
Yeah.
But the slow guy?
I know.
Really? The slow guy?
And everyone's going to forgive him because he's slow. So, like,
Yeah, you would have gotten in trouble.
yeah, I would have got in trouble.
And I bet he knew his way around
He
the
just-
kitchen more than you did.
All right.
Exactly. And he
Austin, what do people say? Anybody?
They're trying to fill me in. I'm trying to keep up with this story here. So, did you burn the whole house down, Preacher? What?
No, I
exactly?
just put a hole in the ceiling. Not a hole, but like a
Just
black,
a hole.
Just like a black.
Was this in Florida?
Void.
No, this was in Bristol, Tennessee, the Tri-Cities.
Interesting.
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 It sounds like it's such a realistic story.
I mean, it's a really realistic story.
Yeah. I know.
Well, I mean,
It's a realistic story.
he could also just take like, "Oh, what is a lesson I learned as a kid?
Right.
Like how to deal with grease fires."
I think it feels like there's
worry
not
about it.
much. There's not many questions because that just sounds like a pretty real story.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they teach you
Reasonable
that
shit.
stuff
I
in
thought that's-
school.
To give you an idea online, Mark Melvin's just going, Jesus, those muscles, and then has like a heart face. So I think that's where we're all at right now.
Yeah, there's that big mic in our faces. Here's the thing. He had a lot of he in comparison to how normal that story just sounded. He struggled through the first one. He seemed to. I don't think he
Yeah,
likes
but I
to
think he
lie,
was
and that
pretty
seemed obvious.
He was nervous about telling stories.
Yeah, but
maybe
how
with the
much? I
first
mean, I know
one.
that was his second one, so he's at least a little warmed up now. But he seemed hesitant all the way through the first one, and that one just sounded like his day yesterday. You know?
Yeah, but
Not yesterday, but-
I don't know. But also, Matt had just told a story about a fire. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah, and then I
Preacher was-
just thought of it.
Well, I don't think he just thought of it.
Yeah.
Preacher, the
because-
guy that called somebody
Yeah.
to help him think of a lie, just thought of that story.
Well, thanks to our good friend Kyle Anderson, who's here in the booth.
Yes.
He pointed out that Preacher made a phone call right before.
to his mom.
to my brother. But
To
listen,
somebody, and it was seemingly was to corroborate a story or to see if he was allowed to say
this
it or
is
to
my
help with a
thing.
lie.
First off,
so
are you allowed to say that?
we're not allowed to Google, but we're allowed to use information that happens within the
Yes.
basement.
But I
of the
did.
studio,
I called
so-
my brother. I was like, I can't think of a lie, so I need your help. So, and he didn't help me. He just kept giving. He's like, tell stories that I did, and I'm like, well, no.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, I didn't. Well,
Yeah.
too late.
Well, so let's have Austin do a very quick recap. Austin, very quick.
All right, here we go.
And let's start with Fabrizio.
Fabrizio, all right. Story one. He had a South American TV show called The Comedy Club, copyright. One day he gets a private birthday party gig through the show, so he packs up his comedy buddies in a van. They travel to the low-income part of town and do this show for some teenage drug dealers, and then got paid in cash for the corporate cartel gig and dipped out of there.
It
It
was
was
in
a
the.
big house, but it was in a low budget part of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Story
that's
two.
accurate.
What is-
That's accurate.
Okay.
Any other question?
All right. No.
Story two. He was with a friend hanging out when they see an unnamed famous person known for her lead role in the series Hannah Montana in the.
I don't. I mean, sorry. That's not what I said. I want to be very clear and I go on record on this. It's Wiley Myras, the name of this person.
Yeah, so he went to the bathroom with her, and they did not poop, but did some high-end cocaine together, and so he felt obligated to do it for his homeland, and did so with Wiley Myras.
All right. Well, that is a little bit tricky. I just can't believe that you would have been in show business that long and have never seen cocaine. Number one. Number two, like, how did you get in a room with Wiley Myras? Like, how did I know you said your friend took you to the party, but and I can't believe it. Even if you were all coked up, that you would walk from Alphabet City to Brooklyn.
Okay. Well, that's what you think. I mean, I'm not here to,
I don't know. How far is that?
influence your
That is a
point of
personal
view.
opinion.
You know?
How long a walk is that? How long?
How
a
far
walk?
is that?
It's not like a crazy long walk. What time of year was it?
What time of year?
Yeah, like was it summer, winter?
No, it was cold.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
And you're all coked up walking the Brooklyn Bridge.
But I was just also wearing a coat.
How many of you were?
Good strategy.
How many of you were in the bathroom?
Like 5 people.
And you were all in the women's room?
I think it was like this bathroom. We say bathroom.
5 years ago.
I don't know that they had
Unisex
none.
bathroom.
I can't remember. Like I don't remember that part. Like to be honest.
Do we say no?
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
say if he's
We
lying?
get to vote.
Oh yeah, you're lying.
Second one's for sure.
Yeah. The second one's a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What's the vote on Fabrizio's story there, Austin?
Whose vote do you want? What do you mean?
Online, it seems like, let's see, Mark Melvin says Fabrizio first true. And I think everybody was kind of on that consensus because we have another one here, first true. Oh, that's not touching. First true. So I think everybody thinks that the first one is true for Fabrizio. I am leaning the same way.
And I'm going first true, second a lie for Fabrizio.
I just don't think, because you're so scared of saying her name, you wouldn't even have brought that story. So that's how I think.
Yeah, actually, somebody said that online, Preacher.
That's a good way to think about it. But
Oh yeah, you can get sued.
I can get. Well, I was
saying Miley
trying
Cyrus
to.
does
What?
When she doesn't.
I have to. What happened now?
Hold on. I'm gonna vote.
What happened now?
I'm gonna
We're
vote.
voting. We're voting.
I'm gonna vote that the first one's a lie.
Oh, so you think the second story's true?
Yeah.
Why?
Yo, she's doing that contrary shit, and it works out sometimes.
I know. I almost want to.
The president's
Fucks
right.
me
They
up.
do that. No, it's like
it
they
makes me
go
rethink
for.
my whole
Yeah.
system.
Well, also because if you're gonna do coke, why not do it with Wiley Rivers?
Yeah.
Now we're talking this. Now we're talking ourselves the same language. Yeah.
Well, and you said silly gay Smilus was there too, right?
No,
that
he was kidding.
I thought you said that.
What?
What an opportunity that would have been to do it with
Yeah.
silly
All right,
gay.
I
Great picture.
I'm going to say that the Wiley Cyrus story is true too. Just to
Wrong.
yeah, I'm going to say that.
But I mean,
You're really good.
you say that. Say that if you believe in it.
What?
Don't do it
It's
just
not
to play.
about. No, sometimes you just got to.
It's a strategy.
Felicia, you
go to
you
gut.
believe that fucking story?
How dare you confront me on my podcast?
You have to believe whatever you want to believe. So
Right.
that's what.
Let's
what
not
matters.
forget that Jessica is not really in her element today. She almost didn't make the show. She's so ill. So we can't go with what she's saying. I don't think
It's this like Hoodie Mellow or like this Headband Jess is a whole different character. I don't know what to expect from you.
Look how they fucking attack you when you're down. Look how they do that.
We
you
don't have a lot of
fucking
chances
assholes.
to do this.
Shut up, Dilly Day and Willie Bay.
Hey, it's silly gay back here. Silly gay smile.
Okay. All right, I'll change my fucking answers. You pressured me. I'm going to say that the Miley Cyrus story is false and that the first story is true, but
Fuck.
Are you sure?
All right, I'm the only one then.
I'm gonna have a ton of guilt attached to that if it's fucked
I
up.
know.
now.
Well,
Are you
you done
sure?
did it
I
now.
can take it. I can handle it.
Are you sure about
All
that?
right.
Matt, what do you think?
First one is true. Second one's false. Lie.
Yeah. All right, word. I need to know now.
All right.
Okay.
I'll put money on it.
So we're going now. Which one is the lie?
The lie is the first one.
God damn it.
I know.
Dude,
I know.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Michael.
I know. I fucking blew it. I know.
Fucking piece of shit. I should never believe transgenders. I should never believe transgenders.
You know, when you
my
say it like that, it just
God.
sounds like I'm
Wow.
both.
you know what, Felicia? Next time, maybe go with your friend.
I know.
But I love having that kind of shitty influence over you. Though. That's great.
Fuck you,
that was
man.
nice.
All
So,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
that's-
All right,
that's-
Austin,
That was good.
please read Matt's stories.
All right, story one for Matt. It was him and two other high school boys watching movies on a laptop or iPad at PCB, otherwise known as Panama City Beach, and they're drinking SoCo out of Gatorade bottles on the beach when they stumble across a brick of marijuana in one of them beach bushes. But they're good Christian boys, so they opted to not blaze the burning bush, but instead, I think, just ran away with it, and there was a drug dealer catching. It's hard to hear back here. It's a lot going on in the control room. Story two, he was showing chickens or rabbits in 4-H, and his dad lived in the country where this haunted house was also living. Him and his friend Christy Bauer went to explore, and as soon as they get there, their flashlight dies, they hear babies crying, and their car dies, and then they burnt down the house or something and got out of there.
So, if I remember correctly, when you said on that second story that you called your friend Chrissy to bring the car around, so your cell phones were working. Did you have cell phones?
Yeah.
And they were working.
When they got
What kind
out
of
of
cell
it.
phones
We had
were
to
they?
leave the house
I mean,
to
in
call.
2007, there were cell phones.
And why did
The
your friend
huge
drive
Nokia.
out?
Mine was one of those ones where you
They were
slide
like-
it up and then the numbers appear.
Yeah.
T9
Yeah.
texting, remember that shit?
You had a
Okay.
ringback tone.
That makes sense.
Yeah, ringback tone. I couldn't afford one, but I always wanted one.
But why did she? Why wasn't she parked in front of the house?
Because cops would drive by and bust people that were in the house. I mean, I don't know.
Tourist attraction.
Yeah, it was like cops would like. It was like a popular place for kids to go fuck around because it's a famous haunted house.
But
And they didn't have it boarded up or nothing.
No. I mean, there's boards on the window, but you can break it. Nobody lives there.
the house burned down itself. Like just not no one. It was just like a.
I didn't see anyone get charged on the news.
Okay.
Did you just walk in the front door?
Yeah.
It was just open like that.
Yeah.
I think you guys obviously think that one's fake because you're not asking any other questions about his
They're
first
both-
story.
Well, the first story is so full of shit too, like the brick that you can't describe how big it is.
I did. I said it was like this big.
And when he ran, how did he hold the brick when he was running?
Oh, like this or this? I wasn't really looking at him.
I mean, he wasn't comfortable, so half the way, like one way, and
It's not,
then
it's
the
not like
other.
you're like, hey, Justin, hold the brick this way while we run.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we're running and we're
You're
going
desperate.
into
You-
places.
yeah.
If he would have held it on his head, he would have remembered that.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
he was running like this, I would have been like, oh, he held it on his head. It was in his arm. That's how he held it.
Dude, I don't want to just get hit twice in a row with the same old fucking.
Oh, you shut the
trick.
fuck up. Anyways, okay.
Hey, no, with the same trick of like, I'll make my first story sound pretty realistic, my second one outrageous, and then the first normal one will be the lie. I don't want to. This is going to happen to me again right here. 'Cause that first one is wild, and it's like, especially with what he's talking
So
about,
which
coming
one-
into it a Christian, very naive. all
So
that.
which one do you think?
I think that his first one's a lie. His second
too.
one's true.
Yeah, I think the first
Same.
one's such a lie.
First one's a lie.
Yeah.
I think the second one is a lie.
because
But
the second one
Fabrizio,
was
with
like-
your logic right now, you wouldn't have guessed right on your story.
I don't have logic. I'm just, freestyling whatever. I didn't have a strategy. The first one, it's like, I mean, the second one have like so much details about the showing chickens and waffles. Like what was it?
Chickens and waffles.
Showing chickens and waffles. That I think that makes sense.
Well, the second one, but you didn't really need to know that information. That's why I think it's a lie. Plus, you just walked in the front door.
Yeah.
If this was like a known.
I agree. And what is all that bullshit about the chickens getting to the ghost story?
It's context.
It's context.
Country
I
stuff.
just want to brag
These
about
aren't my
your-
normal friends. These are my 4-H friends. We do wild shit together.
Kia believes
I also didn't live in Ada. I was in Ada every other weekend.
Okay.
Kia believes
Ada,
that
which
the
is
first
real, bro.
story is a lie because they said, or he or she said that they definitely smoked the entire brick.
No.
Yeah, what
I didn't
happened
smoke
to,
until
what
I was like
happened to the
22.
brick? Oh, you threw it back. at the guy?
We just left it in the mini golf course and took off, and the guy probably picked it up.
Crazy Stoner says first is a lie because if you would have smoked the weed, then you would have saw Jesus maybe, but you brought up Christ in your story so many other times.
That's why I didn't smoke, because I'm a Christian.
Well,
How was it
There's
wrapped
nothing in
up?
the Bible about like smoking.
Yeah, but
Well, it's illegal, and the Bible says to follow
you're right.
rules.
No, you're right.
legal California.
Oh, Jesus. So how was it wrapped up? The brick.
It was in a plastic bag. I said that.
It was in a plastic bag.
No, but that's not a brick.
like a big, like those freezer bags. You know what I mean?
It was in
a
a freezer
Ziploc.
bag.
One of those.
It was in a Ziploc.
Something that resembled a Ziploc bag. Yeah.
Something that resembled. Yeah, I think
It was a
that-
clear plastic bag, buried in the sand.
That's a toughie. What do you think, preacher? You said.
Well, I think his first story was lying, but yeah, first story.
Same.
Was lying. I gotta pee though.
I did too.
Yeah, I gotta pee too. I mean, I'm drinking this.
Yeah, that water, man, got
I
to me.
peed into the empty water bottle.
All right, I'm going to say the first story is true and the second story is a lie.
Okay.
Leah's just
You're with
really
me?
confused.
Yeah, all
She said
right.
she can't wrap her head around any of Matt's stories because there's so many details
Yeah,
and ins and outs.
Can
And
you
he
can you
plotted
say
along
both of
with
them
it.
are lying? Because I feel
If
like
he does
both-
that, I'll be pissed. I will be
That
pissed.
happened
That
before
would
in
be
this
so
show.
Yeah,
funny.
Brian Redband did
yeah.
that recently.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Only if I said that
Brian
wrong.
Who did that?
Who did
And
that?
if they're
No.
both true.
Who did that?
Brian Redband.
Several
Oh,
people.
that's so funny.
Red Band didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
To
Well,
be fair, they didn't
how?
realize he was confused.
Yeah.
If I would have been here, I would have known he was
The
confused.
first time when we were first doing the podcast, a lot of people were doing that, and it's like, come on, people. You're
Yeah, they-
creative.
Two lies.
Huh. All right, so let's take the vote. Any votes that haven't been said, Austin?
No, I think everybody's pretty much. First story is true for Matt, or first story is a lie for Matt. I think you guys are kind of on the opposite end.
Okay.
You and Jessica.
All right, which story is the lie?
The lie is the first story.
I knew it. I'm sorry because I felt bad because I was like, nah, you got me.
It's a big thumbs up from the control room.
All right, go.
Still mad at you, Michael Evans.
You guys are 0 for 2.
I know.
No, I got my first
he
one
got,
right,
He
bitch.
got the first one right. All right. So let's do preacher story really quick because everyone has to pee.
Real quick, Mark Melvin just said, "I finally found the stoners who stole my weed. I've got you now."
Yeah.
No, the story was a lie.
He hasn't got there yet. They're on a delay. Preacher's first story, he was speeding at some point in his first car that was like a Chevy or something we couldn't remember. And he gets pulled over by the cops, and he hates white cops, but thankfully this particular one was black, and he got away. So no big deal. Second story, he was a kid and was left alone in his house, and he burned a hole in his mom's
he was
roof
at
in
Job
Tennessee.
Corps.
Job Corps.
Go ahead. Sorry, a lot going on back here in the control room.
You had one fucking job, Austin. Okay, so he's at Job Corps.
Go ahead. Doug.
Oh, that's it. That's he burned a hole in the roof.
And he
with the
blamed it
stove.
on the slow person at Job Corps who
Yeah,
was in
Preacher,
the
way to go.
culinary program. I'm going to say that the first story is a lie because I think I think your mom would still remember your birthday. I mean, honestly, I think she would still remember your birthday.
I didn't say she didn't remember it. She just
When is your birthday?
No, she remember. Like she give you a shitty gift.
yeah.
but she
gave me
yeah.
like remember she
important.
remembered.
Right,
She
all right.
I
remembered.
thought he
Gathering.
deserved
What do you
more.
think?
When's your birthday?
I think
March 14th.
that the second story is a lie because I think he just pulled that from like McGruff or something.
Wait.
You know, like how to deal with grease fires.
Your birthday's
The
March
crime dog?
14th?
Yeah,
That's Pi Day.
I know.
I would forget too. Pi Day's way more important.
Pie day.
Yeah, I don't think you can go to Job Corps when you're 16. I thought that was something you did after you were
Yeah, you
18.
can.
No, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, is it the right time to put
16.
your life
America
back
was
in
18.
track?
16
How do
is a
you know?
young
You're
age.
not from this country.
I read a lot. I like to read.
Okay. All right. I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to say that the Job Corps story is true.
Oh, okay.
Second one true, you mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we're together on this one. It better fucking work out.
All right. What
What
about
would you guys say?
I think the
Oh
first.
yeah, I think the first one it was not even a story. It was just like there was nothing in there.
Fuck, I'll go for it. I think the first one's true.
I think the second one is
You with
true.
me?
Take it.
Wait, hold up. How was the first one?
It was like a non-story. It was like a non-addict.
That's a big story.
Not
Hey,
really. It was
you
like
didn't like my
Put in
story.
a car in a cop car and then
Yeah,
let
you
out.
didn't like my
yeah,
story.
but I mean that happened every day. It's not like that's not something you're gonna remember. That happened, it's like another day in the park. Like that's not a big deal. The
Well, we should
second
just
one,
give him the laugh he deserves, and let's get out of this one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The look on your face is priceless. Man. Anyway,
All right.
story's a lie, I think.
I think the first story's a lie as well.
All right. Which story is the lie?
The second one.
Yo,
what?
You need to pray right now.
The,
with
first,
Matthew.
the first one, I couldn't think of like a fully made up lie. So that the boiling the oil and stuff happened when I was 18, but that was just at my mom's house. And then it dropped. So I made some. I don't know.
So both are
slow
true
guy.
in a
Now,
way.
No,
I mean,
you're
there's
allowed,
some.
if you're allowed to tell a partial truth
self-fiction.
if there's a lie
find
in
a
it.
breakaway.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
that job.
But memory
and there
works
was
that
no-
way. Every memory is kind of a lie.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, and he didn't blame it on a slow person.
I didn't. I made that up. Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
know.
see Preacher doing that. You know what I mean? Like I could see his mom just kind of like, here's a gift.
Yeah.
That's moms do
Right.
that.
And you really didn't get kissed till you were 18?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mark
too?
says McGruff
Hey,
Jessica has a
see,
cool, twisted
17,
way of
18.
viewing
So
people's
that's-
bullshit.
All right.
I think when you're on TV, you get kissed before.
Well, you guys have been awesome that play along with us every week. Thank you very much for joining us. And thank you very much. I love your comments. When you guys tell your jokes, that they make me laugh so hard. And I want to just do a big shout out to our audience that watches live. Thank you guys here in the
thank you for having
studio
us.
for coming and joining
thanks
us
for having
today
us. Really
and
fun.
sharing your stories. Some of them a little bit slower than others, but still, they were great stories. And I was tricked. Where can people follow you or find out what information that you would like them to know?
Oh,
or do
just-
you have any gigs coming up?
At Fabrizio Copano. You can see my gigs and everything. And Instagram and everything.
Okay. All right.
Fabrizio with a Z. Fabrizio.
Okay. And you, Preacher?
PreacherLawson.com or Preacher Lawson on Instagram, Facebook, all that.
Wonderful. And you, Matt?
Instagram, Matt Daddy Lockwood. Podcasts, shows, everything's on there.
Okay, great. What about you, Austin?
I'm at the Austin Walker. Real quick, congratulations, Melody Martinez, 3-0 on this special 3 episode. So I don't know if that's ever been done before.
Wow.
I'm at the Austin Walker on everything. Real quick, guys, October 29th, the Liars Club at the Belly Room here at the World Famous Comedy Store. Billy Anderson, Brad Williams, Ryan Sickler, Corey and Chad, our crew, they're all coming down for this, so make sure you guys are here and in town. Wear a costume because it's that close to Halloween, and we're going to get crazy.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. And what about you, Michael?
Follow my Instagram, High Five Michael. I post promos and dates and shit like that all the time. Catch me around town somewhere.
All right, Kyle, why don't you stick your face in that camera? Kyle is going to start helping us out here and there. And go ahead.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Kyle Anderson Comedy, and I have a podcast too called Extremely Internet. Check it out.
All right, wonderful.
Jason Marino also wants to real quick extend his offer to bone you anytime he says love you on the YouTube chat. He's Felicia's biggest fan, so just throwing that out there again.
Should have combed your hair, bitch. Well, you can follow me at Felicia Michaels all across the board.
You don't want to say anything else to get you laid?
No.
Okay. Well, follow me at Jess Wellington 2 on everything. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Is everybody done? Yeah. And you have been lied to.
I'm not telling that one.
Disney believe you. Will the real liar please stand up? Right?
She's totally serious.
And you have been lied to.